What's up everybody, G here, VP of Content, fitnessinformant.com, here today for a review on a brand that we love here on Fitness Informant. I'm talking about Morphogen Nutrition. We are back with another review from them. We just did Morphocalm, now we have Morphorem. Morphorem is a sleep aid, and as with every Morphogen Nutrition product, the profile is loaded, so we have a lot to go over here. Let's get into the profile, effectiveness, and value, and let you know if our user liked it or not. Let's go. So to start this off, this goes by a 5 or 10 cap dosage. We're gonna go by the 10 capsule serving. This is how our user usually used it. However, we're also gonna be mentioning how the effectiveness is at 5. So let's start off with the first ingredient. The first ingredient is GABA at 3 grams. GABA, very common in sleep aids. It is an inhibitory neurotransmitter, and honestly, you find this in every sleep aid these days. At 3 grams, it is dosed a lot higher than a lot of other products out there. Some people do say that the bioavailability isn't there for GABA. However, what's nice about Morphogen is that they use 3 grams, so it's at a high dose. So good job there. Moving on, we have tryptophan at 750 milligrams. Tryptophan is a precursor to serotonin. Serotonin is a neurotransmitter, also called the happy hormone. It affects a lot of things, including appetite, mood. So 750 milligrams, solid dose there. Next up, we have Mucuna. Mucuna is a source of L-Dopa. If you remember Powerful from USP Labs back in the day, that was the main ingredient in it. Dopa is a precursor to dopamine, and you actually get the standardization in here, 500 milligrams at a 98% standardization. Good job there. Next up, we have valerian root extract at 500 milligrams. Valerian root is actually a very common sleep aid, herb that people use to help them get to sleep. It's known for being good for relaxation. It's debated how effective it really is or not. Either way, you get 500 milligrams of it in here. This is going to depend on who you are. Some people love it, some people get nothing out of it. Personally, I get something out of it, so I like seeing it in here. 500 milligrams, 1% standardization. I'll tell you one thing though, it does have its own pretty gnarly smell to it. We'll get into that into the effectiveness. Next up, we have Sensoril. This is ashwagandha. Trademark form, ashwagandha, great for reducing cortisol, something that you may need before bed. Too much cortisol can hinder your sleep cycles. You get 450 milligrams in 10 capsules in here, so good job there. Next up, we have magnesium. Just to get this out of the way, we have magnesium, zinc, and vitamin B6 in here. It makes this a ZMA product as well. Not gonna go too far into that. Magnesium, you can even take this on its own. It's great for muscle relaxation, especially before bed. Magnesium has a lot of benefits. They are actually worth looking into yourself. And they use aspartate, has a high bioavailability. That's great. Next up, we have ornithine. Ornithine is an amino acid. Typically, you see this in intra-workouts, pre-workouts. However, there is some research showing that it may be good for sleep. Be sure to check out the written review for that. Next up, we have everybody's favorite calming down amino acid. That would be theanine at 400 milligrams. Theanine, you see this in everything from pre-workouts, sleep aids, fat burners. It's great for calming people down, reducing anxiety. And at 400 milligrams is actually quite high. You can see this, you can see some effect out of it at 25 milligrams actually. So 400 milligrams, solid dose there, especially before bed. That'll get you calmed down. It'll help you wind down before you go to sleep. Next up, we have 5-HTP. 5-HTP, similar to tryptophan, is a precursor to serotonin. 300 milligrams is actually quite a high dose. Still, it is safe at that amount and good to see in here. Next up, we have rutacarpine. 200 milligrams. This is actually a very interesting ingredient. Be sure to check out the written review for the study. This ingredient can help your body metabolize caffeine quicker, as well as theobromine and other things. However, that's the main thing. Be sure to check out the study. Very interesting ingredient. Like seeing it in here with how much caffeine we all consume these days. This one makes more sense than a lot of other ingredients that some brands put in sleep aids. Next up, we have zinc, vitamin B6, went over those. And finally, we have melatonin. Melatonin, the caffeine of sleep aids. You're gonna feel melatonin. You get 5 milligrams in here, which some would argue is pretty high. At this dose, it could cause some sort of sleep hangover, which we'll get into in the effectiveness section. Still, it's a safe dose, 5 milligrams, solid amount. What really matters though, did it work? Let's find out. So we like to break down sleep aids by categories, getting to sleep, sleep quality, as well as the morning after. As for getting to sleep, this is not the strongest aspect of Morphogen, however, it still works. Just compared to some other sleep aids that we have tried, it is not as powerful as those are. It does slowly but surely get you to bed, and you should have no issue getting to sleep at all. In fact, it will help. However, it's just not as powerful as some of the other ones on the market. Still does a fine job there. As for sleep quality, this is great. This is probably the best aspect to Morphogen. Sleep quality is there, dreams are vivid. Dreams our user refused to actually share with us. Staying asleep is no issue, and if you do happen to wake up to go to the bathroom or something, there's no issue going back to sleep. This is probably the strongest aspect of Morphogen. It really does deliver a solid night of sleep. As for the morning after, this was great as well. This can vary, depend on how much you take. If you go by the 5-pill dosage, it's one that we would recommend throughout the week. If you use 10 pills, that's more of something we would say for the weekends when you can sleep in. It's not a horrible sleep hangover hangover at all, but still it is there a little bit. You're gonna wanna lay around a little bit longer. Still, you're not gonna feel drunk or groggy waking up. So overall, yes, Morphorem works. Morphogen products seem to always work. They're always loaded. Morphorem is no different. Let's move on to value. One thing we wanted to mention, since we don't have a taste section here for pills, the valerian root in here is gonna give it a gnarly smell. Some people are not gonna be ready for that. Valerian in itself smells pretty, I just said gnarly, I'm gonna say it again, gnarly. Just know that pills aren't bad, it's just that valerian. I don't mind it, some people do. Now we get to value. Every product on the Morphogen website is $48. Depending on how much you use, this could be either 40 servings or 20 servings in here. Coupon code informant saves you 10%. You get either 40 or 20 servings in a bottle of Morphorem. Depending on how you use this could be fair all the way to a great value for you. First off, sleep aids should not be used every night. They should be used only a few times a week. 3-4 times a week. It's not something that you should rely on, only something that can enhance your sleep when you need it or want it. So if you're using the 10 capsule dosage every day, yeah, you can run it through this in 20 days. If you use it 3 to 4 times a week, on weekends 10, 5 throughout the week, or just 5 pills in general, it's gonna be a solid value for you. Should last you long enough to really enjoy it, really get your dollar's worth, and that's how it can be a good value. Just make sure you're using it smartly, as needed, kind of like a pre-workout. Just don't abuse it. We know you will. So yeah, if you use 5 caps a day or 10 and you use it sparingly, it's going to be a good value. So overall, Morphorem from Morphogen delivers as with all Morphogen products. Great loaded profile. Even at the 5 capsule dose, it's still pretty loaded. Effectiveness is there. It'll help you get to sleep. Your sleep will be great. Your dreams will be vivid and fun, and you will wake up feeling refreshed. If you use the 10 capsule dosage, you may or may not have a slight sleep hangover. Nothing bad though. And depending on how you use it, the value can be great. Just make sure to use it as we suggested. Be sure to check out the written review on our website. Like this video, subscribe on YouTube, check us out.